winning.
Pick
Weekly.
Smith for the win.
Raisi K.
Yo, what's good, everyone? Welcome to week 18. The regular season is over for some folks, meaning us. We are very excited about that. I am footballed out from the Jets' perspective. We got the championship game coming for college. I'm excited for that. I'm done with bowl games. And speaking of bowl games, this week 18 is turning into the NFL version of bowl games, no matter what they do. They tried to put the division games together on week 18 exclusively to try to avoid this, which helps in some parts. All right, we got Miami versus Buffalo. We'll talk about it a little bit. But then let's start this off, Greg. It starts with Pittsburgh versus Baltimore. And Pittsburgh needs this game, yes, 100%. But Baltimore does not. And Baltimore's plus 3.5 right now. And looks like their starters are definitely going to be benched, including Lamar Jackson. What's your take here? Are you going with Mason Rudolph minus 3.5, or are you going with Tyler Huntley?
I am. I'm going Mason Rudolph. I'm going Pittsburgh. It's a win and get in game for them, I believe. And 96% of the money right now is on Baltimore. I get that they're the home team. I get that they're the 1 seed. They've looked impressive. Just picked up Dalvin Cook after we cut him. Good for them. Get some running back depth. I just think Pittsburgh is more motivated, more ready to go. They looked pretty good last week against Seattle. They're on a string of Saturday games. It feels like every Saturday the Pittsburgh Steelers are on football. I'm not sure what's going on with the schedule down the slate here. But again, Saturday 4:30 game, Pittsburgh Steelers will be playing. And yeah, I like them on the road in Pittsburgh. Like you said, divisional games. These are all divisional games this week. These, throw out the record books. These two teams don't like each other, but I think Pittsburgh inches it out here. 3.5 is a little scary. 4 points is a little scary with the hook, but I think Pittsburgh's going to do enough to cover. I just don't trust the Baltimore backups. Their defense has been so incredible. I don't know what the fall off is going to be for them on defense, so we'll see how it goes. Pittsburgh, they've been running the ball well. Warren's been good. Harris has been good. So I think they kind of get back to that ground and pound run style, hard-nosed defense kind of thing at Pittsburgh, and they get it done here. They get in the playoffs here.
All right, yeah, I agree with you, man. I'm going Pittsburgh here for everything you just said. Let's go into the second game. Houston at Indy looks like a pick'em. Man, how many times have I seen Indy at home last week of the season to get into the playoffs or win the division? I've seen it like 15 straight times, it feels like, and every time it feels like they blow it.
Yep.
I'm taking Houston here. CJ Stroud is back. Defense wins championships. Defense wins divisions. Defense gets into the playoffs. I'm rolling with Houston.
Yeah, Will Anderson's back as well. He had a great game last week. He's been looking pretty good. I'm with you. I was with you up until I saw 94% of the money on Houston. I mean, both these teams need to win again for this division here, the way it's playing out. If the Jaguars lose, the winner of this game wins this division and is locked in, I believe, to the 4th seed in the AFC. These guys are going to be going at each other. There's no way 94% of the money should be on one side, especially on the road team in this one. I agree with you. The Houston or Indy at home to make the playoffs. We've seen this story 1,000 times. Usually it's them losing to the lonely, 1 or 2 or 3 win Jaguars. Yep. But here it's against
the Houston Texans
team or the Houston Texans. Yeah, 3 win Houston Texans team. True. Houston's not the same team though. It's not the same. This isn't those Houston Texans. So give me Indy here. There should be 94% of the money on anyone this week. Back-to-back fading the public here to start on Saturday. Interested to see how that goes.
That's fair enough. Let's jump straight into the game you just mentioned. Then Jacksonville. I have them at minus 4.5 against the Tennessee Titans. And I'll tell you what, Greg, spoiler alert. I love the Tennessee Titans here, man. This is Derrick Henry's goodbye. This is my first best bet of the day. I'm taking the Titans here. Plus 4.5 at home. Vrabel needs this game for, to get a good taste in everyone's mouth. His seat is warm, at best.
Oh yeah.
seat is warm. He needs to win this game. Second of all, Derrick Henry, farewell.
Yep.
Third of all, I'm not sure if Will Levis is going to play. If not, the Ryan Tannehill farewell. Like he's also playing for a contract that's going to be the last thing everyone sees. I love Tennessee, man. I'm taking Tennessee money line here, but I love 4.5. So that means in that case, Houston wins the division. If Houston won,
that's the way you have it. Yeah, Houston. And I don't think Jacksonville or Indy would make the wild card in that scenario. But one thing real quick, you talked about 2 weeks ago. I want to pull it up here. 2 weeks ago, Ryan Tannehill got the start, I believe, against the Dolphins. Or no?
Yeah, he did. He didn't get a touchdown. Remember Derrick Henry threw the touchdown, but he had a pretty good game.
Right? No, who did they play? Yeah, it was the Seahawks. Yeah, didn't have a touchdown. Again, he looked pretty good. He looked good. 18 of 26 for 152 yards. Last week, 3 points. Looked absolutely terrible. Back-to-back weeks, he had 150 yards. Ryan Tannehill is not anything. I don't want to hear from anyone about Ryan Tannehill in this offseason. He stinks. It's over for Ryan Tannehill. I don't want him backing up anyone.
QB too.
I don't want him backing up anyone. He can't throw the ball. He stinks. You know what else stinks? 98% of the money. 98% of the money on Tennessee Titans here. 2% of the money is on Jacksonville. Don't know why. Don't know how. I know why and how. What?
Trevor Lawrence is hurt, man.
Yeah, they're still playing. Jacksonville, right? Didn't Jacksonville win last week or no? They just lost 3 or 4 in a row.
Yeah, Jacksonville's been on a losing streak, man.
No, they won last week. They won 26-0 last week.
Oh, they beat Carolina.
Yeah.
Last week was Carolina. Before that, they've been looking pretty bad. But he got hurt last week.
Yeah, they figured it out a little. They took a little time to figure it out. They figured it out against Carolina. They got it right. Tennessee has 4 wins. It's not like Tennessee's world beaters here. The Titans stink. I think CJ Beathard's going to be a halfway decent. I think he's going to get you the cover here in 3.5. And again, 2% of the money. Disgusting.
Okay. Fair enough. All right. We're on opposite sides there for sure. Tennessee's one of my best bets. I'll go with the public here. Let's go with another division game that matters. Atlanta, 7-9 at the 8-8 New Orleans Saints. New Orleans is -3.5 at home, but Kamara might not play. This is an interesting game, man. I'm rolling with the Falcons here, even though the Saints could win, and I don't think it's going to be by more than 3. But I'm rolling with the Falcons, man. This is the typical Falcons game. Everybody has finally ridden them off. Nobody thinks Atlanta can win a game. Bijan Robinson, this is the game where he could run. I mean, New Orleans has been weak, man. This is the DeMario Davis. Usually he gets good. He's getting old, man. That's the only thing I can say. New Orleans stinks. I would be a little scared of Taysom Hill. Honestly, that's the only person I'm really worried about here on the New Orleans side. If Kamara doesn't play, man, Atlanta should win this game outright. Forget +3.5. So I love Atlanta here. New Orleans shouldn't be minus anything. New Orleans sucks, dude. I can't believe New Orleans might win the division. That's disgusting.
That's my thing. I'm going New Orleans here. It's not just because I had them preseason win the division. 88% of the money's on Atlanta. Apparently, I'm on a theme here. This is 4 picks in a row to start this podcast. I'm fading the public heavily. I don't know if that's good. I don't know if that's bad. I don't know if it's the last week of the season. The public's just going to absolutely kill and load up on cash just to get absolutely trounced in the playoffs, or if Vegas is coming for revenge and trying to make some money back here in the last week. I can't remember. We've done this show now for 3 or 4 seasons now. I can't remember a week looking at it where the first 4 games we've had have been 90% of the money on one team. This is 88% of the money. This is the lowest of the 4. 88% of the money on the Falcons. I'm going with the Saints -3. To your point, the Saints win at home against the Falcons, who aren't very good. And Tampa Bay loses. Tampa Bay's looked a little fluky. If Tampa Bay loses, the Saints win their division. They lock up the 4th seed in the NFC, and they're playing at home in New Orleans playoff game. So Derek Carr, all this stuff, this and that, blah, blah, blah.
Okay. Playoff games. You talk about fan fiction. Let's jump right into that game.
Divisions.
Tampa Bay -5. Tampa Bay -5.5 at Carolina. I'm taking Tampa Bay -5.5. Best bet. That's talk about fan fiction of them losing this game. Carolina is in shambles. I mean, their offensive line is in shambles. Speaking of icky, right? That could have been ours. That's tough. Their owner is in shambles. Their quarterback is hurt.
Big time.
I mean, and Tampa needs this game. They had a fluky game last week. It was a tough spot. We kind of knew that it could be a tough spot for them.
Yep.
Versus New Orleans. They need this game. This is Tampa best bet for me. I don't care what. I'm sure the public is 100% on Tampa.
John, 92% on Carolina.
What is happening?
92%. That's what I'm saying. It could be a tough spot for Tampa Bay here. Things could get a little fluky. End of the season, injuries, those nagging injuries start catching up with someone. I don't get it at all. I was thinking about making Tampa Bay a best bet. I'm staying away from it just because I don't know. I believe in Baker Mayfield. Again, this is 5 picks in a row now. I'm fading the public, all with 90% of the money or more. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's just because it's early in the week or what, but 8% of the money on Tampa Bay at -4.5 here. I am taking Tampa Bay. I'm feeling confident about Tampa Bay. I'm fading the public and riding with Tampa Bay.
So for the record, it's Thursday. That's 7:30, January 4th.
It's really not even that easy that early in the week.
All right, let's go to another game that matters for lots of reasons.
Yeah.
And no reasons at all in retrospect. In hindsight, the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Minnesota Vikings +3.5 at Detroit. Minnesota needs this game to stay alive. Detroit doesn't need this game, but coming off a crazy win, I wonder if they're gonna try really hard. I know Dan Campbell is gonna obviously put his foot on the gas, but I wonder if his team is gonna respond to that. Minnesota also doesn't have a quarterback. Let's not forget that. What do you like in this game?
Yeah, again, Detroit locked up the NFC North, but they haven't locked up their seeding. They could get the 2 seed here if they win and Dallas loses. So I think they're going to be going for it. Dan Campbell, put on full display for everyone to see last Saturday. He is a go for it type of guy. Whether it's from the 2, whether it's from the 3, whether it's from the 5, whether it's from the 9, he's going for it. So I think they're going to play. I've liked Detroit at home all season. Divisional game, obviously, like all of them. 68% of the money on Minnesota. Who's starting for Minnesota? Who's the quarterback?
I think it's Mullins.
It's back to Mullins. They can't make up their mind. I know who it's not. Josh Dobbs. I'm not going to stop saying it. I may never stop saying it. I feel bad for Josh Dobbs because I hate him only because of Jets Twitter. But it's not Josh Dobbs. So Nick Mullins, Jaron Hall, whoever it is. I think Detroit's head and shoulders are better than this Minnesota team. Give me Detroit here at home -3.
This is tough. I'll ride with you in Detroit.
I think they're going to be playing. I think they're going to be playing for that 2 seed because then you're just the playoffs run through Detroit. You have to get to the NFC Championship game to play a road game, and they just seem much better at home. So I think they really want to try to lock it up.
If they're playing, then that's fine. I'll ride with you.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of teams not playing, we have the Cleveland Browns.
Yeah.
Locked up, +5.5 at Cincinnati. Cincinnati still trying to. Are they trying to lock up a spot? They still have a chance right here.
I believe so.
Yeah, so they're trying to fight here at 8-8.
Nope, they're eliminated.
They're eliminated. Okay.
Yep.
So this is a nothing for Cleveland, and this is Cincinnati's last game of the season at home. I don't know who the quarterback is even for Cleveland. It's not Flacco.
Okay.
+5.5. That's crazy, but I'm gonna take Cincinnati -5.5 here.
It's Jeff Driscoll's getting the start.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bengals.
I'll ride with you. I thought Cleveland might be playing for something. I thought they might be playing for seeding or something. But
Flacco,
no.
They're benching Flacco, bro.
Yeah, if they're starting Jeff Driscoll, if they're waving the white flag, I'm waving the white flag. All right, so I'll lay the 7 with Cincinnati. I'll rock with it.
It's up to 7.
Real quick, yeah, it's up to 7 on action right now. Real quick, John. This is Gambling Shows. This is a gambling podcast. Cleveland to make a little run in the playoffs. Any thoughts on that? Because again, they're going to be the 4 seed. NFL playoff bracket.
Who are you?
So who are 4 seed? So they're going to be playing.
Give me your top 3. Give me your top 3 in the AFC. While you pull that up, just top of your head in the playoffs. Like, what teams are you worried about the most?
Ravens number 1. I think Buffalo Bills defense, especially if the defense is healthy. I'm concerned about them. And if Josh Allen plays well, Josh Allen plays well. I think Miami's just beat up. I've talked about it all season. I think they're just get injured. And then I want to say Chiefs, but I also want to say the Browns, dude. The Browns scare
Yeah.
me
I think
because
I
it's
want to
just
say
the defense.
I think honestly, top of my head, I'm going Ravens 1, Browns 2.
Yeah.
As crazy as that, because there's so many question marks with Chiefs, Dolphins, Jaguars, and Bills, and maybe the Bills are trying to sneak their head a little above, like especially if they win and they get the division, which I think they are going to. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But yeah, I think the Browns might be the team I don't want to play in the playoffs.
So
If I'm
here's
being
so
honest.
so here's what I'm thinking, right? So the Browns are going to play the AFC South division winner, whether that's the Jaguars, whether it's Indianapolis, whether that's Houston. I think that's a pretty good matchup for the Browns. So I like them to win their first round game. Then in the second round, it reseeds. So the lowest seed plays the Ravens. So again, we don't know how the Bills and Dolphins are gonna end up, but
Let's say the Bills win.
so would the Bills be the 2 seed?
Yeah,
So the Bills are the 2 seed. Say the Dolphins are the 6 seed. And the Dolphins will be playing the Chiefs. I could
that's a
see the
crazy
Dolphins
game.
beating the Chiefs.
That's a
Like,
crazy game. That's a mulligan. Both those teams are the same to me. Doesn't matter who comes out of that. Okay, continue.
but if the Dolphins win that, then the Dolphins are playing the Ravens because they're the lower seed.
And if the Chiefs win,
And if the Chiefs win, then the Browns would be the lowest seed, and the Browns would be facing the Ravens.
but either way, I'm not scared of that.
I'm not scared of it, but if the Dolphins play the Ravens, then you're playing essentially they're playing the Bills or the Colts
Okay, what's
in
your
the
point here?
second round of the playoffs.
We're taking Browns futures.
I kind of like it, dude, because I really do think they match up well. I think the defense is very strong. I picked up this Jerome Ford guy in as many leagues as I can get him on, including I think Dynasty. Or maybe I don't have him in Dynasty, but a lot of the leagues I was in, he's been great, man. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball. I mean, he played us, and I think he caught 2 touchdowns, even though we all know
What do you
he's
think? What do you think? What do you think the Browns are to win the conference right now?
dude. I think it's a lot. Like I think they're 3,000 to win the Super Bowl, so I think the conference is I don't know 2,000
Plus 1,800, and it's plus 3,500 on FanDuel right now to win the Super Bowl.
Dude, that's what I'm saying.
That's actually
like,
not bad, dude. That's what the Jets were preseason with Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah. And you guys still had to play the whole season. Like, we're here. The Browns are resting people. We know what the Browns are going to be. I liked it. I looked at it. I looked at the playoff seeding a little bit. I think they're going to win their first round game because they're going to get I think, a little bit of a cupcake matchup against the banged up Jaguars or, whoever they play. I think I would be most scared about Houston just because a young team, they don't know what they're doing and they're playing well.
Their receivers are hurt.
But yeah, they're banged up. They're all banged up. CJ
Miami's too banged up. The Chiefs suck. The
Yeah.
Bills are banged up, but they're out of all of these teams, they're the healthiest.
Yeah.
Houston's getting healthy, but their wide receivers are just shot. Ravens are the healthiest, I guess. Kyle Hamilton, good. All right, dude,
Yeah.
I'm taking I'm down with the Browns.
Okay, that was just I needed to get that out there. I know we're trying to get through the weekend sleep, but we're gambling.
down
Sure,
with
we're
the Browns.
gambling. It's something that came up on my radar this week, and I wanted to hear your thoughts on it. So
And
I'm
you know
glad you're
what?
liking it.
You know what my second dark horse, the Texans. They're plus 3,800, right behind them.
Yeah,
I mean, if you want to get crazy,
yeah,
they're technically if you want to go with ranked best defenses, it's Ravens, Browns, Texans, no question.
and
That's
there's
what wins the
there's a
playoffs.
chance they're playing the home playoff games. They will play a home playoff game in the first round if they win the division.
And then
If not, they
if
get to go.
Miami is advancing, then they might catch them.
Yeah,
Okay, I think I'm gonna rock with both of those while we're talking here. All right, and of course I'm gonna. All right, cool. Yeah, I like that. All right, let's go to the last game, Greg. We procrastinated as much as possible. The last game of the 1:00 slate. We have to do
Sure.
it. The New York Jets, our lovely Jets, against the New England Patriots. 18 straight losses. 100 straight losses, 600 straight losses. Doesn't matter anymore. Who's counting? The Jets cannot beat the New England Patriots. Yet, this week, Greg, I have this funny feeling. I have this funny feeling that the Jets are going to beat the Patriots. The Patriots are going to lock in the 3 or 4 seed, and the Jets are going to lock in the 12th seed picking. I have that dirty, disgusting feeling. However, I'm putting my money on the Pats. Pats are -2.5 at home. I'm hoping the Pats lock it up. I'm hoping Bill Belichick's thinking, hey, I'm not going to go out losing to the Jets, even though I know Bill Belichick's coming back. So I just think he's going to beat the Jets. I don't think that players want to have an offseason with Bill Belichick losing to the Jets. And especially if he's staying there. Like, he's going to kill them. Training camp is going to be the most miserable training camp imaginable. I'm going with New England here. I need it. I need the New England clip this. I need the New England Patriots to beat the New York Jets so bad. So bad. More than anything on earth. I need it. Really the future of the Jets franchise depends on it. So I'm going New England here.
I've been sounding the alarm for 4 weeks now. People are, oh, I'm happy we won these games. Oh, I'm happy. Not paying attention to the big bad man up in New England. Slowly losing games, slowly moving closer to that 2 pick. We would be the 2nd overall pick right now if we lost to Houston and we lost to, who was the other team that we beat?
The Washington one's the one I'm actually upset about.
If we lost to Washington and we lost to Houston, we would be the 2 pick right now. We'd be picking Drake May. We'd be picking Marvin Harrison Jr. Marvin Harrison Jr. would be a nice piece to go with Garrett Wilson and Aaron Rodgers next season.
We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that on the Jets pod. We got plenty of time to talk about that on the Jets pod.
96% of the money's on New England. I am taking the New York Jets. My first best bet of the day. Plus 2.5 on the road. We're going to get it done. All the talk about Robert Saleh and all this stuff. He's going to get his first win against New England.
I know this is emotional.
Not only are they going to cover, they're going to win outright.
I know this is emotional. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Trevor Siemian is going to go into New England and win a football game versus Bill Belichick? Well, that's not going to happen. When you think about it like that, you know that sentence doesn't even not like, even though it's grammatically correct, it's not. It doesn't make actual sense. Trevor Siemian is not going into Foxborough, even if I was the quarterback for New England. Trevor Siemian is not winning the game. It does not matter. So I'm rocking with New England here. I need the Patriots. Let's go, Pats. I love you, New England. Let's go, Pats, baby. Zappy time. Let's go. All right, 4:00 games. Arizona at home versus Seattle. Is Seattle still alive?
Yeah.
Arizona's plus 2.5 at home. I mean, speaking of the Jets, we need Arizona to win this game. I don't think they are. Seattle's been rocking and rolling. I think Seattle's going to outright win this game. They're -2.5. I think I might push this to -6.5. Honestly, I love Seattle here. What do you think?
Yeah, Arizona, big week last week. Former team, the Eagles, for their head coach there on the road, getting it done, kind of throwing a stick in their spokes there in their season there in Philadelphia. I think it's a letdown spot. I think Seattle gets the job done here. -3. To your point, they need to win for playoff hopes. They're 8-8 right now. I think they're on the outside looking in as we speak. But yeah, 60% of the money on Arizona. I think that's crazy. Don't think Arizona is very good. Give me Seattle here, -3 on the road.
Next game, Greg, and this has a huge impact on the New York Jets. And then because next year depends on where the New York Jets will go on the road. Will we go to Green Bay or will we go to Chicago? And that depends on this game, which is crazy talk, but it's the truth. We're going to be locked into the 3rd seed, the Jets, and this game determines who's going to be locked into the 3rd seed in their division. Green Bay at home, -3.5. Greg, let me tell you, man, I think this is the easiest game of the week.
Same.
Easiest game of the week. I love Chicago +3.5. They've been rocking and rolling. They've been looking really good. And you know who's been looking terrible? The Green Bay Packers. Their defense sucks. Their offense sucks. Their offensive line stinks. There's nothing good about Green Bay except for the colors of their jersey and the name Green Bay Packers. They suck. Everyone falls in love with Jordan Love every week, and then every week he does bad, we just don't hear about him. And then he does good, and all of a sudden we hear about how Jordan Love is the best. I'm taking the Bears. +3.5 is the best bet.
I was very nervous when you said this is the easiest game of the week because we never, ever, ever get the double best bets correct. 91% of the money on the Chicago Bears. It's Green Bay versus Chicago. This is a close your eyes, don't think, just throw. Look at the jerseys on the field. Green Bay demolishes Chicago. -3 at home. My second best bet of the day. The
3.5 or
easiest best
3?
bet possibly of the season.
That's 3.5 or 3.
I see it at 3. We'll do 3.5. I'll do it at 4.
Dude,
Because it is so
Chicago's winning this
easy.
outright.
It is so easy, this pick. Green Bay at home is going to absolutely kill the Bears on Sunday.
All right. That's a heads up best bet. I can't wait for that
Everything
game.
you just said about Jordan Love, you just messed up the name Jordan Love, and you were supposed to say Justin Fields. Justin Fields sucks. And then all of a sudden he has one good game when the snow's falling, and all people talk about, oh, Justin Fields, oh, maybe he's the guy. Maybe we should bring him back. Oh, him and Marvin Harrison would look really good together. Oh, this and that, all this stuff. Chicago's Bears offensive line stinks. Justin Fields stinks. Everyone stinks at Chicago. The defense stinks. Everyone stinks at Chicago.
Oh, come on. Then you haven't been watching, man. The defense has been looking good.
I've been watching. I've been contending in fantasy football championships.
The Chicago defense has been looking good the last couple of weeks, man. And Justin Fields, he's been on kind of warm. Like I was gonna say hot and cold, but he's been warm the last couple of weeks.
I don't know,
He's
man.
been fine.
Yeah.
Green Bay sucks. Like what has Green Bay done the last couple of weeks? They fall on their face.
They won 30-14 last week. They absolutely killed They also absolutely killed Minnesota last week. Jordan Love threw for 4 touchdowns.
Yeah, Minnesota stinks. All right, next game.
All right,
next game. I mean, we had
Chicago, but okay.
Yeah, in the standings, yeah. But they're gonna lose this week.
All right, we're about to find out. It's a beautiful thing about football. We're about to find out.
No, we have Minnesota losing.
I'm just talking about Chicago versus Green Bay. You and me going head to head here.
I'm just saying because like it's the Minnesota 7-9, the Bears are 7-9, and Green Bay's 8-8. So it's like they're all in the same bucket.
Yeah.
All right. So Philly -5.5 at the Giants.
Talk about stinks.
I honestly have no idea what's going to happen in this game.
Same. I don't know. Like, is Philadelphia trying?
They are in no position to bench anything or take any break. Like they can't figure anything out. And
no matter what they do, it's the wrong thing. If they play their players, it's the wrong thing because someone's going to get hurt. If they bench their players, it's the wrong thing because they're going to be cold and they're going to lose in the first round, and Nick Sirianni's going to get fired. So no matter what they do, they're wrong right now, and that's what happens when you start losing games in the NFL.
That sounds like the Jets. On the other hand, the Giants, if they win, they're idiots. I love the Giants, man. Every game just coming so close to winning and then just blowing it. Whether that's the Jets game, whether that's this past game. The only stupid thing they did was the Patriots one, but that was out of their hands. The Patriots outsmarted them with that wide left hook at the end. The Giants did their best there.
Nope.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'm just gonna go with the Eagles, but I'm not touching this game.
Yeah, Giants 90% of the money. That scares me. It makes me want to go Philadelphia, but I can't do it. New York Giants at home plus points in a game where Philadelphia's look terrible. Give me the Giants in this one. I'm taking the cheese in this one. I take the cheese as little as I can, but with the Giants, it's just so juicy. It looks so good. 5 points at home, playing well. Tyrod Taylor got the boys going a little bit. 1 point game against the Rams, who were trying to win for to get to the playoffs. Philadelphia just sucks.
I mean, I hope you're right, dude. I would love for the Giants to win this game.
Yeah.
That would mean a lot for me, for the Jets. All right. Speaking of taking the cheese, Rams plus 3.5 at the 49ers. Are the Rams playing this game? Because I know the San Francisco 49ers are not. And Mr. Sam Darnold is the starting quarterback. So
I don't know. The Rams are guaranteed a playoff spot?
Yeah. They already clinched.
Maybe not.
So it's going to depend on where they are in the wild card. I don't know if that matters enough to play football, but the San Francisco 49ers are not playing anyone. I'm going to rock and roll with the Rams plus 3.5. Sam Darnold's the quarterback, man. I'm not taking Sam Darnold minus anything.
Yeah, I like the Rams here as well. I'm with you.
All right. 425. A big slate this week.
Yeah.
Denver Broncos at the Raiders. This game doesn't matter at all, does it?
Nope.
Don't care about this game. It's -2.5 Raiders. Are you touching it?
In real life, probably not, but for this and for our pick'em league, I like Denver.
All right, I'm going Vegas just because it says it's Antonio Pierce last game at home. I feel like they're going to be more excited about that and less excited for Sean Payton.
Yeah.
It's just like this is a coach off to me. This is how much your players like the coach game.
I
I'm
feel like
going.
this is just like we go out here and we win this game, we can just blame everything on Russell Wilson game for Denver. Like last game they won last week, they'll win this week. The 2 games Russell Wilson wasn't in, we won. He's the problem, he's the issue.
Who hates
Get him
Russell
out of
Wilson
here.
more? Who hates Russell Wilson more, you or Sean Payton?
I think Sean Payton. I think Russell Wilson isn't costing me an ounce of sleep or a nickel of my money. I think he's costing Sean Payton all kinds of stuff. So I think Sean Payton. But yeah, I think the Waltons, right? The Waltons are the Walmart people, are the people who bought Denver. I think they hate him the most. But yeah,
All right.
yeah, give me Denver in this one.
Kansas City Chiefs at the Chargers.
Mm.
So basically a pick 'em. What do you got in this game? This game obviously doesn't matter for the Chargers. Doesn't matter for the Chiefs. Maybe kind of for seeding, but I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, Casey's plus 3.5. So they're obviously not playing anyone.
Yeah.
They're benching people as well.
Mhm. Easton Stick. I think I'm gonna go with Easton Stick.
I think I'm gonna go with KC. I think it's just gonna be fun to see the backups there. I don't even know who the backup quarterback is for Kansas City.
I don't
I'll
know
look
either,
that up
honestly.
real quick because it's not whoever retired in the offseason. Blaine Gabbert. I miss Blaine Gabbert. I like to see Blaine Gabbert in a Kansas City uniform. That'd be weird.
I'm rocking with Easton Stick, baby.
Yeah, Blaine Gabbert here plus 3.5.
I got the card still rocking and rolling. All right. This game kind of matters. Dallas minus 13.5 at Washington. I'm taking Dallas here. Yo, Washington sucks. And when I know Dallas is on the road. This is going to be the first big road win for the Dallas Cowboys. This is it. They're going to smack them. Washington's done. They have nothing to play for. Dallas needs this game. But is it going to be locked up before they start?
No, because the Eagles play at 4:00 and Dallas plays at 4:00, right?
Oh, okay.
Or did the Giants play at 1?
Yes,
No, I think they both play at 4.
Okay,
I'm looking real quick.
taking Dallas.
Dallas versus Washington. Yeah, Washington really. Whew. Tough stretch after Thanksgiving. My
Dude,
God,
they
lost
suck.
every single game. Yeah, give me Washington here. It's so disgusting you have to do it. 13.5 points in a week where there's not really any real football going on. There's very few real football games. This is a real football game. This is a real football spread. 13.5 points here. 70% of the money's on Dallas.
Half of the teams playing, it's real football. For the other half of the teams playing, it's not real football.
Yeah, I think Washington here. I think they keep it within 13.
All right. I've never heard you less confident for a pick in my whole life. It took us to the second to last game of the regular season.
No, I like the pick. I'm just not sure
why.
Yeah, I'm not sure why I like the pick. Maybe it's just because I see these two teams. I'm like, oh, it's a divisional game. There's no way it's gonna be 13 points. I just think Dallas hasn't been good on the road. Like Dallas, if it's not CeeDee Lamb, who is it? Like, what do they have on offense besides CeeDee Lamb?
I think Pollard might play.
Pollard's been playing this whole time. He sucks.
I know, but I think he might play.
I guess. I just don't know. I don't know. So yeah, I like Washington. 13 points is just too much. My third and final best bet of the day.
You're crazy. All right.
Third and final best bet.
Sunday Night Football. Last game of the regular season.
Mm.
Should have been the Jets Patriots fighting for the division. Yet it's the Bills Miami.
Mm-hmm.
We're fighting for the toilet bowl. They're fighting for a division. I think this is the easiest bet of the day. I ran out of best bets. Buffalo Bills minus 2.5 at Miami is the easiest bet of the day. Miami is broken. They have nobody. Their defense is hurt. Their offense is hurt. I'm taking the Bills.
It's just they just got killed so bad last week. I
I
can't
know.
imagine them it happening twice in a row to them. If they lose, if Buffalo wins, is Miami's still in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
But if the Buffalo Bills lose, they're out.
If Pittsburgh wins and pretty
Someone
sure
else.
Houston is the second one.
Okay.
Oh no, Tennessee. Tennessee. If Tennessee wins and Pittsburgh wins, then Buffalo Bills not only not get the division, and they're also out of the wild card because Pittsburgh and or Jacksonville would get in. You know what I'm
Yep.
trying to say?
Yeah. Yeah. Jacksonville, Indy, and Pittsburgh would all get in.
Yeah.
Two wild cards in one division.
Yeah.
Okay. Give me Miami. I just don't think you can do it twice. I think the Heat's gonna be a problem. Stephon Diggs has gone MIA from this offense. You know, it. Zach Moss was looking good, or who's the running back there? Dalvin Cook's brother, James Cook. He was looking good 2 or 3 weeks ago. Then he's vanished. Josh Allen is doing it all, but he's doing too much. I just don't know what I'm getting from Buffalo's offense. I agree with you. Miami's banged up, but I just think they bounce back, dude. You just get absolutely shit pumped like that by 50 points. I think you bounce back if you're Miami. You have 11 wins on the season, holding it down, divisional game, last game of the season. I think you go out strong here. 3 points covering at home. I think they get it done.
All right. By the way, it's like 65 degrees Sunday night in Miami.
Woo!
So it's fine. It's gonna be raining during the day. It's gonna be humid.
What?
All right. It's
Again,
gonna be
the
raining.
Buffalo Bills are going to come home. We're going to get all those videos. I'm calling it right now. Set your clocks to it. Sunday night, Monday morning, you will get a flood of videos all over ESPN and everything about the Buffalo Bills returning with a foot of snow on top of their cars.
Oh yes,
There's snow Saturday night into Sunday
yeah.
in upstate New York. I'm expected to get a foot. Buffalo's probably 3 feet. There will be videos galore on Monday morning. Like get up with Mike Greenberg going nuts about how much snow there is in Buffalo for the 30th time in my lifetime. So just get ready for those videos. You can plug them into your phone right now. Everyone will be seeing those on Monday this coming week.
I forgot about that. It's like it's 36
like clockwork.
It's 36 degrees here on the 7th, which the Orthodox Christmas shout out if you're celebrating. It was going to be a white Christmas. It's a white Christmas if you're above the Mason-Dixon line of upstate New York. Let's jump into the last regular season Hail Mary parlay. It's a tough one. It's a tough one because I hate all these games. But I'm basically going in whatever I need to make me happy as a Jets fan. Whatever's left of me being happy as a Jets fan.
Okay.
You want to go first or should I go first?
Sure, I'll go first.
All right, go ahead.
The Jets plus 1.5 and the under 30.5. Washington plus 13.5 and the under 47.5. Green Bay minus 3 and the over 45 plus 3,100. You only need to hit one all season long to make your money. We haven't done it yet. 17 weeks, 17 misses. This is it. This is getting it done. 3,100. Lock it in. My final Hail Mary of the season.
All right. I got an 11 leg plus 50,000.
Nice.
Ready?
I'm ready.
All money line. Cowboys beat the Commanders. Bears beat the Packers. Patriots beat the Jets. Steelers beat the Ravens. Texans beat the Colts. Falcons beat the Saints. Raiders beat the Broncos. Chargers beat the Chiefs. Bills beat the Dolphins. Bucks beat the Panthers. And Titans beat the Jaguars. I honestly love every single one of those games. There's not one of those games where I feel upset about. Put $5 on that, you win $2,500.
I like that. I like that a lot.
All right. I deserve that. All right. Let's get a teaser going.
All right. Teaser is easy.
Easy to lose.
Easy to lose. Easy one. What is my least favorite? I'm taking the Jets out. Just because I have them so many different ways. All right. It's my whole slate. It's a 15-leg teaser. The whole thing, 6 points. Green Bay +3, Commanders +19.5, Detroit +3, Tampa Bay +1.5, Jacksonville +2.5, Bengals -1, the Saints +3, the Colts +7.5, the Steelers +2, the Seahawks +3, the Rams +10, the Giants +11.5, the Broncos +8.5, the Chiefs +9.5, and the Dolphins +8.5. 15 legs, the whole slate, one last time, +25, +12,500 on a 6-leg teaser. The full slate teaser.
All right. I'm putting a 9-legger in, so it's plus 1,400.
I like that.
Plus 6 points. So Steelers +2, Texans +4.5, Falcons +9, Titans 9.5, Bears +9, Cowboys -7.5. Only bad number.
Mhm.
Bills +3.5, Raiders +3.5, Chargers +2.5. $5 to win $70.
Nice.
So let's put $100 to win 14. I don't win teasers. Let's do $25 to win 350.
I like that.
All right. Wraps it up for the regular season.
Yeah.
Playoffs
Incredible.
coming. Let's get it. We got the Browns futures. That's kind of what we decided on here. You want to take a look at NFC real quick? Any dark horses, or is this San Francisco or bust? Because it looks like the Eagles, which is everyone's second, are now out of the picture. At least how we were talking about it.
Yeah. Let me clear this bet slot.
I'll give you mine. It might be out of left field, but I think the Rams have a chance. I think the Rams have a chance to make it at least to the NFC Championship game. I don't think anyone, if the San Francisco 49ers are healthy, I really don't think they have a chance to go by.
Okay.
But the Rams are plus 2,500. If the Lions don't win, get all the way through, if the Cowboys fall on their face like they always do in the playoffs, I think the next best team there is the Rams.
Yeah. Just tough because the Rams are going to be such a low seed that they're probably going to play
the Lions.
I know, but it's not even the first round; it's the second round. They're going to play the 49ers in the second round.
Oh, because of the seeding. Because if they beat the Lions, that's true.
So yeah, you beat the Lions, that's good. Then you just run into the gauntlet of the 49ers. You got to hope that the 7 seed upsets the Packers or upsets the Cowboys or upsets the Eagles, which could happen if you're just asking for a lot.
So if the Eagles get upset, then the Rams wouldn't play the Niners?
If the Eagles as the 2 seed get upset?
Yeah, let's call it the 2 or the 3.
Yeah, then yes, they would. Then whoever upset them would play the 49ers because it would be the 7th seed or the 6th seed. You need the 7th seed to win. It looks like the Rams are locked in at the 6th seed. So you need the 7th seed to win. You need the 7th seed to beat the 2nd seed.
So Tampa to beat the Eagles?
Tampa Bay is going to be the 4th seed because they're going to be a division winner. It's probably going to be the Packers, it looks like, based on tiebreakers right now.
Can the Bears fight? No, Bears aren't fighting for a playoff spot, right? Yeah, they are.
I think technically, but I think you need a lot to happen.
What do you mean? So the Green Bay doesn't need a lot if they beat them, but the Bears do?
No, because I think right now Green Bay's in the 7th seed.
Okay.
First of all, the Chicago Bears are eliminated from the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
So
when I was looking at the standings, they were like neck and neck. That's why I wasn't sure.
Yeah, it's because I guess it's just all has to do with tiebreakers. Like Green Bay has tiebreakers over the Seahawks, the Saints, and the Vikings.
Okay.
So yeah, the Bears have been eliminated from the playoffs.
Yeah, because I don't see them here either. That makes sense. Okay. So yeah, so it's really just San Francisco. I'm not taking Cowboys. Cowboys plus 380. Lions are plus 850. I guess we could roll with them.
Yeah, it's just San Francisco. I mean, if there's an injury, if there's multiple injuries, if Trent Williams and Christian McCaffrey get hurt, then it kind of opens things up. If that doesn't happen, I don't really see any of these teams outplaying San Francisco at San Francisco. Like, that's the biggest thing. Like, you have to go to San Fran. Like, Dallas is good at home. Detroit's good at home.
I feel like the Rams can make something happen. Their offense is so explosive.
No, it's true, and they all look good. I mean, they have 2 incredible wide receivers, they have a good tight end, they have a tremendous running back, and Matt Stafford's playing well. They definitely can make some noise. It's just they have to get so hot, it's crazy. 2,500, like, to look at 2,500 for the Rams and then was it 1,800 for Cleveland? I feel like
Yeah.
that, like, I'd
Not
much
even on the
prefer
same planet.
Cleveland.
You put $5 on that for Browns to win the conference, and so I guess a Browns Rams Super Bowl, which is pretty gross.
Yeah,
That's $5 to win 2,500.
I like that.
All right.
Not
That
bad.
wraps it up. See you in the playoffs. We out.
Yes, sir.
Hit us up on YouTube.